Hello everybody, welcome back to the Peebs channel. I'm usually pretty good at controlling my anger. I keep a level head pretty much at all times. But lately, I'm a little pissed off. I've been doing YouTube videos for a very long time at this point. In internet years, I'm basically geriatric. And over that time, I've gotten pretty good at not letting mean comments bother me. Earlier in my career, I would sometimes reply to people who were making fun of me or whatever, try to defend myself. It doesn't take that long for you to realize that that's just a useless endeavor. You're just gonna make it worse, if anything. In fact, over the last few years, we've even done some videos where we take the meanest comments that we can find and just make fun of it. Honestly, most of the time, I genuinely do laugh at mean comments at this point. But lately, if I'm being completely honest, I have found myself getting a little bit irritated at the comment section. Obviously, not every comment, not even most comments, but enough comments that I'm starting to notice it. And I swear it doesn't help because my phone will send me alerts for comments every now and then, like push notifications. And I swear to God, it never sends me good ones like, hey, love the video, good job, Peebs, really good editing, Toasty, keep it up, yeah! It never lets me know about any comments like that. Those are there and I will see them. I have to scroll through and find those. It sends me comments of people making fun of me or telling me I'm doing something wrong or that I'm stupid or something like that. Those are the comments that my phone apparently thinks that I need to see. So over the past few months, I've been trying to think like, what is it? Why are we getting so many more annoying comments lately? But I think I've started to notice a trend. I think I have figured it out. First of all, the obvious, I think we're just getting more non-subscriber views, which is good. I mean, it means the channel's growing, so appreciate that, everybody. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. But I also think that it is very specifically the food videos. Something about food video comments are extra annoying, and I think it probably has to do with the fact that, I don't know, most people eat food, I guess. Maybe even everybody, you could say. So therefore, everybody has opinions about food, and sometimes when people have strong opinions about things, they get annoyed with things that you say, even if it seemed to be like a flippant comment to me. They'll take it really personally. So I guess it makes sense from that perspective, but it did confuse me for a while because you think, oh, food videos, they're kind of like casual, cozy, like, you know, why would people be that mad about a food video? Like, what's so controversial? But now, people in the food video comments are angry. They are pissed. Be careful down there. It's a minefield. Here's just one example on the I ate Lunchables every day for 1 week video. I mentioned at some point in that video that the Pringles, I guess, were labeled as crisps because they're not real potato chips. And this guy says, in all caps, crisps is just another word for chips. Oh my lord. First of all, you're wrong. You're just wrong. Why are you so mad when you're literally wrong? First Google search result. The FDA eventually ruled in 1977 that they could call Pringles, specifically Pringles. So I even had the brand name right on this. They could call Pringles potato chips, but they had to add a label stating that they're potato chips made from dried potatoes. Instead, the company pivoted to the term potato crisps to get around the label. It's literally a legal loophole term, basically. It's why they have it in the bottom corner. Like, they have that legal text there. They have to call them crisps and not chips, or they have to call them, you know, potato chips made from dried potatoes, but they don't want to do that. So they call them crisps instead of chips. I'm literally right, okay? I know that's a big surprise. But more importantly, even if I wasn't right about that, why are you so mad about that anyway? What about me potentially being wrong about that is making you so mad that you're all caps, oh my lording me? I just don't get it. We'll get into some more specific examples in a minute, but I think the most frustrating part is it just feels like some people will take things that I say,
nothing wrong with eating ass,
like rambling for an hour into a recording, and they'll take the most random, innocuous seeming comment that I made and interpret it in the most bad faith way absolutely possible. Like this guy who I even replied to, I guess. This is how irritated I was by this comment. It tastes like sink water had to be the richest snob thing I've heard in 2024. I read that comment, I was like, wait, what did I say? Oh, I said something that was a rich snob comment? The worst rich snob thing I've heard in 2024? So I even literally went back and rewatched that whole thing just to make sure I didn't say anything like super weird and out of touch or whatever. And he's right, I did say something about sink water, but it was clearly in context not what I was saying, that it was sink water. Oh, disgusting, I wouldn't drink sink water. Of course I drink sink water. I drink sink water every day. I literally used sink water in the cup noodles I made in the video. You can see me using the sink water. Well, I was referring to something I had said like literally 5 seconds before that about how the taste of one of the ramens tasted like dirty dishwater, and instead of saying dirty dishwater the second time, I said sink water, I guess. But I meant like water that's literally in the sink for doing the dishes. I mean, in context, I obviously wasn't like making fun of people who drink water from the sink. Who doesn't drink water from the sink? It's just like the bad faith interpretations that drive me crazy. Like, we really think that I'm just like sitting here making fun of people who drink water from the sink? I don't get it. I probably shouldn't let it get to me, but I can't lie. It recently has gotten to me while I'm doing my recordings. I'll start to second guess like things that I'm saying in the middle of the video, and I'll like try gotta come back later and correct it. It's not always people calling me out though. Sometimes it's just comments that get under my skin because people like are constantly claiming that I'm doing things wrong, or like, oh, I'm so stupid because I didn't do this or I didn't do that. And to be fair, and we'll go over some of these, sometimes they're right. Sometimes I am dumb. Sometimes I do things wrong. We'll get into that. But sometimes I don't even know where it's coming from. One of the most common comments that I will see, it's on one of our most popular videos, the 1 week frozen pizza video. I got so many comments of people telling me that I need to preheat the oven. Dude, you're literally supposed to preheat the air fryer. Preheat the oven, fam. I don't preheated the oven. Pizza wasn't done because you didn't preheat the oven, LOL. Bro, do you preheat your oven at all? You said you have to do it with like every pizza, and when you put it in your hand and hit the metal, you didn't get burned. I preheated the oven. Why do people think I didn't preheat the oven? I can't. I've watched the video back. I can't figure out why people are saying this. So many people are saying it. Is it because I touched the metal and I didn't get burned? I didn't touch the metal. If I put the pizza in, I slip it right through and I don't touch the metal. I've made like 1 million frozen pizzas in my oven because it's like the thing I eat the most. I know how to put it in without touching it. Solid video. However, the fact that you don't preheat your oven pains me. You gotta preheat the oven, bro. Did this on the Hot Pockets one too. Like, do I need to show the preheating? Do you want me to show me preheating the oven every single time before I put the pizza in and just like show it uncut? The uncensored version of the 1 week videos where I leave the oven on for 10 minutes while it preheats. You don't know what preheat is. If it was just 1 or 2 comments or whatever, I'd just throw it away. I wouldn't even think about it. But since this video did really well, I swear I'll just randomly get a new preheating the oven comment like every 2 days on this video. If I'm being fair, I do make some mistakes while I'm recording these videos. So sometimes I think people are just trying to look for me to make mistakes. So they're just predispositioned to think that I'm going to make mistakes, so they're actively looking for it, maybe? I don't know. Some examples of these comments where they're actually right, like in that exact same video, I did put 2 bagel bites in the microwave instead of all of them. You cooked the bagel bites way too long in the microwave. How did you f up preparing the bagel bites so bad? My man, you nuked the hell out of those bagel bites. Watching him absolutely nuke 2 bagel bites was significantly more painful than I thought it would be. But yeah, plenty of people pointing out that I cooked them wrong. Honestly, in hindsight, I'm not sure why I didn't think of this. I guess I don't really use the microwave very often, if I'm being honest. I only ever use it to like reheat leftovers or something like that. I'll either use the stove or like the toaster oven, or just like a toaster oven air fryer combo thing. I know how microwaves work. I guess I just wasn't thinking when I was recording it. So yeah, obviously if you put them 2 bagel bites in the microwave for the time that it's meant for multiple ones, obviously that's supposed to lower the time. When I'm recording videos, I have like 2 parts of my brain working at the same time. One, I'm trying to do whatever I'm doing, like build the Lego, eat the food, etc., cook things. The other half of my brain is trying to think of ways to make the video entertaining, or like, am I being fun? Is there anything I could say that would be funny? Can I do anything funny with this thing here? So sometimes I'll make stupid mistakes because I'm trying to think of something funny instead of thinking about how you're actually supposed to do something, so it just literally slips my mind. I don't know if that's a good explanation. It kind of reminds me of when I used to do Let's Plays. It's hard to actually do things correctly in the game, or I'll mess up some puzzle that seems pretty obvious to people who are watching, but in my head, I'm only able to dedicate part of my brain power to actually solving the puzzles in the game, because the other part of my brain is trying to think of things to say, or like, you know, whatever I'm talking about, or reading chat if it's a live stream. But I'll watch it back later, and it's like, yeah, how did I not see that? Like, how did I not figure that out? Another example of this was in the cursed Amazon food products video. I got this wiener penis-shaped egg thing. It's like a mold. You crack 2 eggs in the balls, and then it like fills out and makes a penis shape. We're very mature here on the Peebs channel. But yes, I didn't put any oil or butter under the egg when I cooked it, so obviously it burned a big dick into the pan. Honestly, my fire alarm is gonna go off here any second. I'm in physical pain over how he didn't oil the pan before cooking eggs in it. I screamed when he did that. Magic Paper says, but he did, LOL. Thanks for looking out for me. I did not, though. It's almost like he did it on purpose, or he is really this incompetent, in which case, I feel sorry for his wife. Bro didn't even put butter or oil when cooking the eggs. Peebs, you never cease to astound me with the way your brain works. I swear the best thing about Peebs is how he reviews all these things while being so confidently incorrect about how to use anything ever. I wouldn't say I'm being confidently incorrect. It's just there's nobody there to correct me, so it's like I'm just doing it. I need a supervisor behind me at all times to sit there and remind me when I'm doing something dumb. You're awesome, sus, Peebs. Please don't die. Have you ever cooked before? Didn't add oil and butter into the pan? Egg on pan, no butter or oil is probably the most insane thing I've seen in a while. Again, yes, I did forget to put oil and butter in the pan. Also, yes, I have cooked eggs before many times. I usually use butter, not oil, for my eggs. Why did I not think to put oil or butter in the pan? I don't know. Even worse, why did I not think of it after I had already done it? I also don't know. Actually, I kind of do know, though. Really, what it is first of all, I just wasn't thinking. I'm doing the video, I'm trying to set up the camera, I'm trying to get this wiener-shaped thing in the pan and trying to make sure I crack it. I just didn't think about the step of oiling the pan. I just didn't think about it. And then after the fact, I should have clearly realized that I didn't because it left the burn spot. I've never had a burn spot on my pan when I made eggs before. But I think it was just so funny to me at the time, and the half of my brain that's looking for something funny to happen just completely overruled the other side of my brain and was like, no, this is amazing. We're going with this. There's no problems here. This is actually great. We're happy that this happened. And so it just didn't occur to me that I didn't oil the pan. My wife is gonna be stoked. So yeah, sometimes people are 100% right and I do completely screw things up. Another one I get a lot on food videos is people getting mad when I give my dog something. That happens all the time. From what I gather in the comment section, nobody wants my dogs to be happy at all. They want my dogs to live the most boring life of all time where they never get anything other than dry kibble in their bowl. I've had these dogs for a very long time. Our oldest dog is almost 14 or something. I'm well versed on what dogs can and cannot have. The thing is, if you look up can dogs eat insert item here, Google will basically tell you no for literally everything. I'm half convinced if you asked Google if dogs could eat dog food, it would be like, only a little bit, could be bad for their stomachs. I also know what kind of dogs that I have. I have fairly large dogs. They are big and it's not the same as like a little dog. If I had a little dog, I would be more picky about what little things I'd let them have. But big dogs, they can eat things that little dogs probably can't handle as well, as long as you don't give it to them in large numbers. I mean, I'm not like tossing pepperonis in my dog's mouth. Like, obviously that would be really bad for them. But like, if one pepperoni is not gonna give my dog a stomach ache, it's not gonna make them sick. Our biggest dog, Luca, one time got into a zipped backpack. I don't know how. By some miracle, opened it and ate an entire chocolate donut with chocolate icing on the top. And he didn't even get sick. So I think one pepperoni every month or two will be fine. Well, not anymore, because he's too old to eat anything like that. But when he was younger, he could handle it. I know my dogs better than people in the comments too, so I know what's good for them, what's not. It's fine. There's one thing that comes up a lot though, and it's when I do very occasionally, especially in the Chef Boyardee video, give my dogs cans. People get really mad about that. Giving your dog the can to cut his mouth on that's what I gave it to. I gave it to him to cut his mouth on. Here you go, cut your mouth on this. Was a douche nozzle move there. Lesbian love child of brutal person chat. I didn't see that comment ahead of time, actually. That one caught me off guard. I don't know, that is probably a pretty accurate description of my channel, though, if I'm being honest. But I will relent, I have stopped giving my dogs cans since I've been getting all these comments. I've had so many people comment about it. I feel like I'm being gaslit into thinking that it's like a bigger problem than it actually is. I've given my dogs 100, 200 cans, and they have never cut themselves a single time. And they really like it! But now their life is slightly worse thanks to all of you in the comment section. But yeah, I get it. People have really strong opinions about, you know, how people should raise their dogs. It's like a thing that people do with children too. People have very strong opinions about how children should be raised, etc., etc. I guess it kind of catches me off guard because I know that my dogs are treated very, very well. They have a very good life. If anything, they're way too spoiled. So I do get kind of defensive when people are insinuating that I'm like putting them in danger or something. And I don't know. I feel like I have a very strong grasp about what is safe for my dogs and what isn't. But yeah, I know people don't mean anything by it. They're just trying to protect my dogs. And yeah, maybe my dogs' lives have now been saved thanks to the YouTube comments. A couple more examples of comments that did bother me a little bit when I was reading them were the 2 cursed food videos that we've done so far. It was a little bit on the second one with the hearts of palm. People saying, well, hearts of palm are completely normal food in certain parts of the world, etc., etc. And yeah, I mean, I can completely see that. I had never heard of a heart of palm before. It seems like just some kind of root vegetable to me. I still don't know exactly what it is. For me, that specifically, it was the brine. It was being kept in the brine to preserve it, basically. And as I tried to be clear in that video that I don't like salt water, so things that taste like salt water make me gag. That's always been a thing that's bothered me ever since I was a kid. But yeah, I can see why that might come off as strange to some people if hearts of brine is something that you're just familiar with. I'm sure if it was fresh or like cooked in a dish or something, I guess it probably would be fine. In hindsight, yeah, you're probably not supposed to just eat it straight out of the jar without rinsing it off. But the bigger example was in the first cursed food video where I ate, what is it called? I think they're called dolma. A lot of people were angry about that. I mean, just scrolling through the comment section in and like half of them practically are about how I didn't like the grape leaves. Apparently it's a common Greek or Middle Eastern food is what I'm gathering. Again, it's called dolma. In hindsight, I actually have eaten dolma before. I was very, very young. I didn't remember it until after reading these comments. But it was at a restaurant and it was fresh. It was very inoffensive. I don't really remember what it tasted like, but I don't remember it tasting bad at all. In fact, just rice stuffed in a grape leaf doesn't seem gross at all to me. I think the disconnect was I was not grossed out by the actual grape leaf, rice leaf itself. It was the fact that it was in this can that looked really old and it was in all this oil and preservatives and stuff. That's what was gross to me. But I can see why it bothered some people, I guess. I think I admittedly get defensive when people call me a picky eater, partially because it's true. And that's why it bothers me. The truth hurts, you know? It kind of clashes with my own self-perception that I've built up where I feel like I am not nearly as picky as I used to be as a kid. I was a very picky eater. There was a lot of things that I didn't like. And as I've gotten older, I've challenged myself and tried to eat things that I didn't like. And I feel like almost all of the things I didn't like when I was a kid, I now do like. So hearing people call me a picky eater, it kind of like, it like wounds me a little bit. It wounds like this like small sense of pride that I have that I have worked on my picky eating over the years. But yeah, I mean, again, it probably bothers me because it's just true. In fact, I know it's true because there was something else right next to the Hearts of Palm that was even worse. It was like some kind of fish thing. I considered getting it, but I literally just knew I wouldn't be able to even eat it on camera, even for a video. So I just didn't get it. I got the Hearts of Palm instead. Maybe on the next cursed food video, I'll get it. Speaking of the most recent cursed food video, there was another type of comment of people that were irritated with me. Again, not everybody leaving all of these comments are doing it in a mean way. It can just sometimes feel like that if a lot of people are saying something and some of them are being mean, it feels like everybody's bullying me. Why am I oppressed? But yeah, the vegan chicken fries. This is another one where I swear like half of the comments, at least at the top, that people are actually discussing are about this. It's the Hearts of Palm and then the vegan chicken fries. You cannot like a vegan product, but your reasoning was so childish because it's chicken fingers. They're already overprocessed mush. I can assure you the vegans could care less. Oh, not according to my comment section. Also, this video has a way higher dislike ratio than normal. I think some of them cared. I think this is referring to the shit on a shingle. It looks like actual vomit and he was more on board eating it than the veggie nuggets. I can't. This guy was more worried about fake chicken than something called shit on a shingle. I think it kind of harkens back to the dolma thing where things will be gross to you if you're just unfamiliar with them. I, for example, grew up eating biscuits and gravy, like white gravy on toast, things like that, sausage gravy, bacon gravy, like this kind of thing I ate all the time. And I loved it. Biscuits and gravy is still one of my favorite breakfast meals. So it's something that's really familiar to me. So even though it did look gross and even I didn't think I was gonna like it, that familiarity made it so that I could get over that sort of gross appearance. And it had that familiar taste that was almost like nostalgic to me. That was something a lot of people were saying with the dolma, that they think it's nostalgic, etc., etc. So I think a lot of this kind of thing just depends on what you ate growing up and just like what you're familiar with in general. That's my defense of shit on a shingle. As far as the actual vegan chicken fries and stuff, I saw a lot of people saying that that kind of thing is totally normal and like everyone that they know eats plant-based protein, etc., etc. On the opposite end of the spectrum, I don't really know anybody who eats vegan meats. If anything, I know people who actively don't like it. So that's just different bubbles of people, I guess. Like we all live in our own little bubble. My bubble is that people don't eat fake vegan meat, or at least they don't tell me about it if they do. And the people that don't like it are very vocal about it. So for me, it didn't really come across as that like odd of a thing to complain about or think that the plant-based protein was gross. But I can see why other people would have gotten annoyed by it, especially because I literally said something about like vegans coping and seething in the video. Dude, vegans seething right now. Sorry, vegans. No hate. It just is what it is. That was supposed to be a joke, for the record. I make fun of myself all the time, so I guess sometimes I just think if I like poke fun at other people that they won't be bothered by it. That's my mistake, I guess. I didn't mean it in a mean way. If people are vegans, I mean, it means nothing to me. Live your truth. The chicken vegan fries to me, they didn't even taste like chicken fries. They were more like fish sticks. So it's kind of weird when you're eating something that's supposed to be chicken, but it tastes like fish. But yeah, some people didn't like that. I should have just known ahead of time that, you know, on a vegan product would have inevitably caused controversy because that's just one of those kinds of topics that people get heated about. Again, I don't care one way or the other in actuality if you're a vegan, if you're not, if you love meat, if you don't, it really doesn't mean anything to me. I was just joking around and trying to have fun in the video. Okay, this is the last thing. I really didn't even want to do this, and the further I get into this video, the more I'm regretting going over this one. It seems kind of innocuous, like it wouldn't really be that big of a deal, but I swear to God, when we uploaded the Takis video, the amount of comments I got about about the sunflower seeds drove me bananas. People that I know in real life could probably attest to this. I was so irritated by the sheer amount of comments we were getting about the sunflower seeds. The fact that he kept calling the sunflower seed a sesame seed, then didn't figure it out. You suck the flavor, then bite the seeds. Peebs, I love you anyway. Yeah, that annoyed me so much. Continually calling them sesame seeds while the bag says sunflower seeds the whole time is painful. Okay, I'll just concede that. I did accidentally call them sesame seeds a bunch of times throughout the video. At certain points, I called them sunflower seeds, but I feel like I called them sesame seeds for most of the video. Sesame seeds? Sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, sunflower seeds, sesame 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 seeds. It's just a brain fart. Like, I don't know. I have no defense other than that. I know what sunflower seeds are, for the record. God, the amount of times he said sesame seeds for sure. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that one. I gotta take the L. Watching him try to eat sunflower seeds was a lot. Okay, here's someone just explaining the process of eating sunflower seeds to me like I'm a baby child who's never eaten sunflower seeds. I have eaten sunflower seeds before. I grew up in the South. I have eaten them. I know how to eat sunflower seeds. I literally eat the sunflower seeds the correct way in the video. I don't understand why people don't think I know how to eat them. Maybe it was just like something in the editing. I don't know. I complain about how sunflower seeds are annoying to eat. I complain about how the flavor is on the outside of the shell and how you have to do that and lick them and then you chew that and spit that out and then eat the seed. I literally eat them correctly in the video. And all the comments are people telling me, how does he not know? How are you supposed to eat this? Anyone in the comments, how are you supposed to eat sesame seeds that have shells on them? Has he never eaten sunflower seeds before? Maybe I should just take the L though. I'll just live my entire life knowing that everybody thinks that I don't know how to eat sunflower seeds, even though I've eaten sunflower seeds probably 100 times in my life growing up. I'm pretty sure I even mentioned that in the video that I ate them at gas stations as a kid. I guess people just only pay attention to specific parts of the video. I don't know. That being said, I'm sorry for this video of me ranting and raging about my comments. In actuality, I love the people who watch my videos and I love the comments, even the comments of the people who say I'm stupid. You're probably right anyway, let's be real. Thanks for indulging me. I needed to get some of that off my chest. I'll see you guys again soon with another video. Thanks for watching and check out some of the mean comments videos we've done in the past. I'll see you guys next time. Mama! I'm gonna go eat some sesame seeds. I mean sunflower seeds.